Alright guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth tank. This is Freddy's tank. Freddy passed away about maybe 8 months ago, 7, 6, something like that, months ago. So he's no longer with us. His tank, which we'll look at, well, I cleaned it once in 6 months. It had silk substrate. What that's all about is anaerobic bacteria, which has low oxygen, which a lot of aquariums should have aerobic bacteria that has lots of oxygen. So when you go in there and do a gravel vac, you put air in the oxygen of the substrate. So I put Creme Safe. What else did I put Easy Balance Plus, but I didn't measure it. I just emptied a bunch of bottles. They weren't full, they were almost empty, but that's the only way I can keep it going. I have a wave maker and an air stone in there. We'll take a look. Alright guys, so this is Freddy's old tank. It's still running. It has a maxi jet and an air stone. It's the best I could come up with. I don't have any extra filters. I have one that's very small that wouldn't put any dent in it. I could buy a Placo to clean up all the algae on the back wall, but if you look closely, right, there's a lot of that stuff. The light doesn't go on that much. I'll wake the other fish up, but I'll clean the glass, take the marine pure out, do a gravel vac, go shallow first, and then I'll go deep. When I gravel vac, I don't go straight down and then come back up and then let go of the substrate. What I do is just kind of coast with the gravel vac, and that's how I gravel vac, to remove most of the nutrients. But yeah. And one more thing guys, I put aquarium salt in these buckets. There are neurite snails in the tank and they like to breed in salt water, but it just keeps the electricity, I didn't say electricity, but the longevity of the electrolytes in the tank. So Freddy's tank, if a tank were to leak, the fish go in there. So it does serve a purpose. The plan is for the tank above, under it, and that tank Freddy's, is to merge them both, the substrates, and then get a 75 and do that. I have the stand already, but yeah. Alright guys, so I did the 30-gallon water change on this tank. I'll show you the water. It's like silk, I call it. It's hydrogen sulfate. I put the air stone and marine pure here. Air stone's hitting the maxi jet, creating a lot of micro bubbles. Very good for it. I want to have that set up in a fish tank with fish, but I'll have it in this setup here. What I also did, I added my spare filter. Let's see if I can. Look at that. I just put it on. I'll pick up another filter and a Placo or something. An Aquarium, I'm guessing, because they're high power, 400 gallons an hour. And then just put some padding in there. But very dirty. Still needs the top off, but it'll do for tonight. Good micro bubbles, agitation. Alright guys. Alright guys, we'll try to make this Skippy. This is Freddy's old tank that I just showed you. This is nitrogen, or you could call it nitrogen sulfate, something like that. The 30 gallons here. I'm going to get some filters for his tank. But basically what you see here is anaerobic bacteria that has really no oxygen. I'm guessing the bacteria just kind of crapped out. I would call this a tank crash, but I'm working on it. It's good I did this water change. And then I actually cleaned the back of the glass with a pad to get some of that algae, dead algae. But yeah.